Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we have $40 up for grabs, compliments of something called My Bamboo. I'm doing it as well. I think they've got a checking account, but more importantly, they have money and we want it. So in typical fashion, we'll go through the offer, terms, conditions, requirements, eligibility, everything you need to know to make their money become your money. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, there'll be a blog post down below, as well as a referral link. This one is a referral. It was sent to me by a channel member, so if you want to know how to get your links and videos and blog posts, stick around to the end. So I am doing this one. We'll go through the requirements and stuff pretty easily. Stick around for the notes section, because this one is it's a little janky, to just be blunt. So, we'll talk about it. So anyways, let's get to work here with the promotional material. And they don't disappoint. You'd think we're off to an easy start, but no, they have this guy who is super happy right now to be, watching this show with a giant smile on his face and how he can get $40. So they pass happy people with flying colors. So what else do you need to do here? Well, once you're in, open a new account. Now, all you're going to have to do is deposit $20 within 30 days of opening. Now, they do have accepted methods, which is where it gets interesting, is cash load, which I think is depositing money into like an ATM they support, an ACH transfer, or Bambu Pay. I don't really know what that is, but I think it's using their internal payment system to pay another Bambu customer is my guess. Now, the bonus is supposed to post within 30 days of opening, or completion rather, and there is no end date listed on this one. So, as you can see, pretty easy to the point, or so you would think. So let's just keep going here, the eligibility, fees, and closure, then we'll talk about all the notes section. So moving right along here, it is nationwide and new customers only, as you would have imagined. Bambu is fee-free. I've had the account open for probably a month now. I have been sitting on it for some time. No fees that I've been charged, and of course, there is no closure rule listed. However, there is a referral program, which is what we're talking about, why we're talking about it, part of the reason anyways. So you might want to keep it open. I believe it's 40 for you and 30 for me. It caps at like $600, basically like 20 people, which isn't bad for a referral program by any means. So, I would probably just keep this one open. So, like I said, that part pretty easy. So if you take a look at the promotional material, you notice that the qualifying ways to get the bonus, it doesn't actually list ACH on there. But if you go through the terms, it does list ACH in the qualifications. And then when you open it, you do get an email that also says ACH. Basically, what I took from that page and copied on the requirements, the ACH, cash load, and Bambu Pay, that's what you get the email and says, just do one of these and you'll be fine. But it's a little bit confusing, and it gets more confusing because they might not do this for you, but they called me like a welcome call, I was like, cool, whatever. So I asked them, and because she was telling me about the promotional offer, and she didn't list ACH when she was talking to me, so I was like, well, what about ACH? She's like, no, but if you did a reload, you did Bambu Pay or reloaded through a debit card, that would work. But it's not in the requirements email, it says ACH. So what I did was, I linked my Chase account, more on that in a second as well, and I just sent over $20. And so then I emailed customer service and I was like, hey, will this work? Funny enough, I went through the app to use the email in there, and I got a bounce back email the next day. I got an email that said they had received it, but then Gmail or whatever sent me a bounce back email the next day that said, hey, their email box is full. So I don't know if they got it or not. So there's another email address. There was like a help at Bambu or my Bambu or something. He sent the same email, and I did get a very quick reply to their credit. And they're like, yes, you should be paid in 15 days. Our rewards team is behind a little bit, which is weird because I haven't really seen this posted anywhere, and I don't know where the heck anyone else would hear about this thing. So fine, I don't know if they actually looked into the account. I did specify I did an ACH on this day and I attached email. So at least it's in writing. Of course, they use the word should, so some hedging there. So I had been sitting on this offer for probably like 3 weeks now because the guy who sent it to me is a good friend of the channel. We go back and forth a lot, but we just couldn't really figure it out for sure. And I didn't want to make it until this is as good as it's going to get until we get paid to know for sure. But since someone put it in writing, it seemed fine because he did the same thing and he got the similar email as well. So like 2 data points. Okay, they have not paid yet at the time of taping. It hasn't been a full 30 days. But anyways, there's that. So I would just do an ACH. But it might actually turn out to be easier to do a cash load because when I linked my Chase account, you know how they said micro deposits. Bambu failed to return the micro deposits to Chase, which can cause tons of problems. Primarily that you can just get your account locked that way. And I didn't notice that, so I did it and I typed them into Chase, and Chase said, "Yep, verified." And Chase, to my surprise, sent over the $20. One reason why you're not really supposed to do this stuff with Chase, because they are hypersensitive. So I'm really surprised it worked. But I would be scared to pull the money back out from Chase because they never returned the micro deposits. I mean, I guess it would be fine since they didn't do the first transfer, but I had had in the past real banks on occasion, I think Amalgamated was one of them, who did not return the micro deposits to Ally, and Ally still verified it because the amounts checked, but when I tried to do a transfer, Ally spazzed out and locked down everything and like took away all my transfer options, which is kind of fair because the bank doesn't really know what's happening. So all that to say, anytime you see a bank doesn't return your micro deposits, you want to be wary of that. Again, that's just one sample size. You can fund with a debit card as well, but I don't know how they'd read debit card because it wasn't really listed in the ACH or cash load. You'd think it'd be a cash load, but I don't know. I think they mean cash, like literally go to an ATM they support and deposit $20 with a debit card, which would probably be the easier way to do it, I would think. But I don't know. So I'm just basically telling you everything that I know and I've gone through. And if you don't want to do this one, hey, I totally get it. There'll be plenty more. Overall, I think it's easier. There's just like a level of jankiness with this one that we normally don't see as much, but on occasion when we get out there, But hey, easy $40. So now you have all the information, and you are free to decide what you want to do. So let's wrap this one up with the summary slide, shall we? As you can know by now, the target is Bambu or My Bambu. I believe it's a checking account, some kind of cash management account. It doesn't really matter. Location is, of course, nationwide. Your payout is $40. Requirements, again, deposit $20 within 30 days of opening. We did cover the methods. There are no fees, which is nice. And closure, you can shut it down if you were not interested in that referral program. And just like that, you are $40 richer. But of course, if this one is not for you, well then check out profitablecontent.com, which is the channel's blog. It's always linked down below for you and on the channel homepage. Over there, we have the latest news stories. We have plenty more bank promotions that usually go much more seamlessly than this and for higher dollar amounts. A lot of effort for low payout, but we're degenerates, right? And of course, we have credit card offers. In addition to that, if you want to know how to get these referral links that you might be building up in videos and blog posts, well then check out the channel memberships. It is a Discord server shared between this channel, the main channel. The gist of it again is just assembling some of the best bonus hunters in the game. Channel member tipped me off to this one. I didn't know about it. He told me about it. So, we'll try to rotate as many people as we can through and get them paid. I'll be interested to see how many people actually sign up for this one. But overall, again, it's pretty easy. So, again, join button down below will tell you more. We're about 100 members strong over there. Again, $5 a month canceling time. I would love to see you over there if you are interested. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.